Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome along to British Touring Cars Race 2 of the afternoon here at Thruxton. My name is Jess Ball, and we have Josh T in the commentary box. But before we pass over to ourselves, we're going to pass over to Louise for her usual grid walk as the pit lane has just opened. Over to you, Louise.
Ultimately inherit a grid position that I wasn't going to have to win the race. And, you know, you give with one hand, take away. Touring cars can do that. You know, anyone who thinks that they've got away with it, you know, scot-free, unfortunately, there is a bill to pay at some point. So, look, it was disappointing, but it doesn't take away from the drive. You know, we had good speed. My mistake in qualifying obviously sort of set us up for the weekend in a bad place, but I thought we came back really strong, showed the pace of the car and myself, and ultimately we ended on the high. Okay, the points don't show it, but, you know, I think the team were all buoyed by the performance. So, you know, yeah, I think we're in a good place, keeping the positivity.
Very briefly, because I know this race is going to start in a minute. That first round, P9 to P5, you're looking racy. You've got a good car under you. You can do some damage here.
Yeah, you know, and I think ultimately, I think we've lost a little bit of our qualifying speed compared to last year to give me a better car on Sunday. We need to work on getting back the Saturday pace we used to have. It fights me a little bit at 100%, but at 95%, where most of the racing happens, we have a really good car. So, yeah, let's see what we can do from here.
See you out there. Right, we are off for a break now. When we come back, race 2 will be underway.
Well, they may be off for a break, but we're not. Hello, everybody. Hello, Jess. Jess?
That would help if I was not on mute. Not a good start to the stream. You probably hear my lips talking, but you didn't hear me talking. But hello, everyone. We are back. We're not taking a break, even though ITV are. Race 1 happened this morning. Ash Sutton took the race victory, quite commanding, actually, as well. And he is definitely in form. He's going to be starting on pole today for race 2 as well. He's going to have definitely some momentum going into this one as well, because he's won a lot of races in British Touring Cars this year. Do you think he could do the double?
Yes, it's Ash Sutton we're talking about. He's been napper like Red Bull, we said in round 1. Well, round 10 of the season, race 1 today. It's possible, but we are moments away from the formation lap, and surprisingly, even with the mini crash, we're still on time, which I am very surprised with indeed. But if it's the same as race 1, it'll be very good. 16 laps ahead of us, a maximum of 3 added laps if we get a safety car, which maximum distance is 19 laps. Only tyre allowed to be used at Thruxton due to the service is the hard compound of tyre, which every driver will be on. But, yeah, we're moments away, Jess.
Yes, and don't forget, Ash Sutton will only be having 1 lap of hybrid to use during the race as well. And once we go through our grid order in the formation lap, we would tell you who's going to be having whatever laps of hybrid they want as well. So, Thruxton, an interesting circuit, had a lot of battles in race 1 too. I think race 2 is going to be just as epic. 2.356 miles, 3.792 kilometres. Located in Hampshire as well. Damon Hill actually drove a Formula 1 car around here as well at a speed at 147 miles per hour back in 1993. Circuit built in 1942 at World War II airfield as well. But we are on the grid as I'm just about to get the grid order. There we go. As Josh warned me that it's going to be very, very fast. So let's get on it as well. So it will be Ash Sutton. We'll be starting on pole. Tom Ingram alongside him as well. You just have to bear in mind that my pictures I'm seeing at the moment is quite choppy at the moment, but hopefully we can bear with it as well. Don't worry, F1, we're spoiler free, so if you don't want to watch the F1, you could watch us. Oh, I could barely see what's going on at all. It's not going to be. Hold on, let me go to the battle screen whilst we fix it. But whilst we do that, we'll go through your order then. So we got Smash Sutton will be starting pole. Tom Ingram will be starting in P2. Josh Cook in 3rd. Jake Hill will be starting in 4th position. We got Dan Camage in 5th position. Colin Turkington on row 3. In row 4, we got Rory Butcher and Mikey Dublé. We got row 5, we got Aaron Taylor-Smith and Bobby Thompson. In row 6, we got Ricky Collard and Tom Chilton. In row 7, we got Adam Morgan and Aidan Moffat. In row 8, we got Ronan Pearson and Dexter Patterson. In row 9, we got George Gamble and Andrew Watson. In row 10, we got Stephen Jelly and Will Powell. In row 11, we got Sam Osborne and Nicholas Hamilton. Row 12, we got Jade Edwards and Daniel Rowbottom. We got Daniel Lloyd and Nick Halstead. And then on the final row of the grid, we got Jack Boutel. That's going to be lining up on the grid. And the pictures look a lot better now, actually. So hopefully that will do as well as we go into the commentary box as well. So Asher will be starting on 1 lap of, he will be using 1 lap of hybrid today. Tom Ingram will be starting 2, Josh Cook 3, all the way down to 8 for everybody else from 8th downwards as well as they head around the circuit. Any predictions for this race, Josh?
Sutton's going to walk away with it. It's happened last time. It's in race 1. If he gets a good start, it's going to happen again, unfortunately. But yeah, coming up towards the end of the formation lap. Anthony ready to go for round 11 of the 2023 British Touring Car season.
Yes, indeed. 2 more races to go. Of course, we've got the final one later on as well, but we've still got this one to do first. We've had some nice support races as well, and I just like to say I hope the guys in that crash earlier on in the mini race that was just before ours are A-OK. There was people that were walking absolutely fine as well. We've got Stephen Jolly in the car as well to see what he can do too. People are about to get started here today at Thruxton. Let us know your predictions in the chat as well. And we'll get your thoughts live on air too. And then hopefully the race doesn't get delayed too much, because then we can watch the F1 back again straight after this as well. As my pictures are choppy again, I think. I can't really tell, but this is one of those days, unfortunately. But we'll get through it. As I could see that's Osborne. Yeah, that's Osborne. That will be one of the last cars to make its way on to the grid. Well, he's right in the middle, actually. Yes, he's right in the middle. I need to actually check if my ITV4 pictures actually sync. So I might go on ITV4 at some point if it gets choppier later. But we'll obviously have to wait and see. But Ash Sutton on the grid, ready to go. Oh, he's very, very keen, whereas everyone else is making their way towards the final corner. So, yeah, his tyre's not going to be the best condition. Don't forget, though, at Thruxton, they're only going to be starting on they're going to be on the hard compounder tyre today, unlike, obviously, Snetterton a few weeks ago. So that's what they got to use as well. And then don't forget reverse grid for race 3, I believe. So race 2 it's the full race results order from race 1, for those of you that are wondering. Track temperature 43 degrees Celsius, air temperature 21.3 degrees Celsius. And it's a nice sunny day here at Thruxton, and we're about to get underway for the 4 red lights here at Thruxton at the British Touring Car Championship. And it's lights out, and away we go. Ash Sutton gets a very good start off the line, but Ingram trying to go and be defending off of its nearest rival as well. So they all make their way towards turn number 1. You can see everyone is trying to make their way around and go side by side already on the first lap as well. So far, no major issues from Ash Sutton. There's a lot of clipping on the curb as well. Looks like everyone at the front at least is trying to avoid the gravel trap, it seems. But so far, A-OK for the top 2. Oh, there's still some side-by-side action here. They go down. The inside's almost going to be 3 wide as well. And they cut right to the front, typical. But Ash Sutton leads the way.
Thompson getting really all four wheels off into the grass on Noble and got sideways. Very lucky not to spin and take out some other cars through. Church, now we go the fastest corner on the UK circuit is at Church as we come up to the Clubs of Cane for the first time. We've seen a lot of action here side by side. Further back, that is for 5th place. That would be Butzer on Camish.
Butcher doing quite well. Someone almost went off on a run there as well, but looks like they're A-OK at the moment as we start that too. We'll hopefully see people using their hybrids very soon as well for people near the back of the grid. Camish didn't get a good start, neither did Turkington as well. Oliver Gamble has dropped down to 18. He's already using his hybrid energy as well. And you can really start to see... Oh, someone's off!
That's Will Powell. That's Allard, exit Allard, going to Cobb, Campbell and Seagrave. What happened here? Oh, that's a big hit, and I won't be surprised if we get a safety car here. That's a lot of debris off on the grass. We're staying green for now, but yeah, Will Powell also going to have to get it. I wonder if he'll take it into the airfield, because you can get back from the airfield where he crashed.
That is a good point, actually, Josh. That is an actually good point. So it's built on a airfield as well. So I'm trying to get my spotter guide as well because it's hard to tell who is who. So we've got Josh Cook on the back of Tom Ingram then as well, and not using his hybrid yet, but going towards the start of lap 3. He's looking very racy, heading towards turn 1 as well. We've got Osborne not that far behind. And who's behind Osborne? Let me... it's Jelly, that's it. It's Jelly that we're riding on board as well. In a Team BMW car as well. In 21st place, not the place he would want to be on these opening laps. But still, he's got a long way to go. He's still got 13 laps to go of this one as well. And I think the temperature's going to be a bit of an issue here today, but it seems to me they're all in a procession at the moment, but things will probably heat up as the race goes on. Daniel Rowbottom is in 18th position. He's chasing down Watson for P17 too as well. We've got Dublé, who's using his hybrid as well as everybody near the back using their hybrid as well, just for a little bit. Can that give them an extra energy boost? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, this is Cook looking down the inside of Ingram into the Clubs of Cane. He locks up, wasn't alongside enough. He'll have a look going in towards Allard, and that is George Gamble. The gamble didn't pay off, and he stops at the side of the circuit. That might cause a safety car if they need to recover that, and it is not in a dangerous part of the circuit. That looked like it was at the back of the circuit. No, it isn't, because the yellow flag is exit of Allard, which must mean he's there. Here's the start on board from Ingram, who started second place. Again, Sutton, an amazing start from pole position, and I think we can record now just to replay it at the end. As Sutton wins round 11 of the 2023 British Touring Car Championship, because he's got a 2.25 second gap exactly, but yeah, I think it's going to be Ash Sutton.
Yeah, it's looking like it, isn't it? He likes this shot. I think the last time, I think it was my mum and dad were at Thruxton, they actually had an Ash Sutton mug, and their favourite driver is his favourite driver as well, and it's still in my kitchen too. So yeah, they're kind of hoping when they watch it later that Ash Sutton gets the same fortune. They got it on record as well, so they won't be able to watch it live. But I know they're British touring car fans anyway as well. It's very hot in the UK, and I'm absolutely sweating. Luckily, we're only going to be stood up for the next 10 laps or so, because I'm going to be sitting down when we do the F1, that's for sure. But
and that is Thompson slowing. He went incredibly wide onto the grass. It looks like he's got a little bit of grass in his radiator. Do you think he's overheated from lap 1?
Yeah,
it's possible, but he's going to be pulling into the pit lane. He has made it into pit lane, so we'll see if he can get it back out. This is Pearson, this is Rowbottom, and there's contact.
Ooh.
Pearson sliding through Cobb, very lucky not to spin it after contact from Rowbottom.
Oh, we'll be looking at the race control messages, I think, Josh, with a pure interest, I have to say, after what happened there. And this is... that's Jake Kill, I think we were on board with just a moment ago as well. He's chasing down Cook as well for third place, who topped free practice 1 and 2, didn't convert it into pole for qualifying or even the winner of the sprint race, but he's still chasing down Ingram too. So they've all got this big train of cars as well. And there's a few cars that unfortunately won't be carrying on with this one, but there's a few people still in the pits as well. And yeah, Ash Sutton is definitely chucking away with it, but it's 3 wide going into turn number 1 then. And I think someone's going to go into the gravel trap, it looks like. A little bit of dust kicking through. Yes,
Well,
it is.
Do you want a fun fact, Jess?
Yes.
There is not 1 stone of gravel
Oh,
at Thruxton.
look.
It
Oh,
is
it's grass.
all grass, and now Watson getting contact from Patterson and had to cut the chicane. But there's a little bit of shingle and stone just off the racing line at the Campbell Cobb Seagrave
right.
complex, but that isn't gravel. It's just like the loose stones you
Okay.
get on like tracks and stuff like that. But yeah, been to Thruxton many of times. It's all grass, so if you go off, that's why your radiator heats up. But that's Turkington going, looks round the outside of, that is the number 6 of Butcher. This is for 5th place.
As I get the line timings on my other screen, so I can actually see who is where as well, so I don't have to worry about going into the spotter as well. So yeah, Butcher, Camish for 5th place is around about a 6/10 gap as well, but I think it's going to close even more as we go to the halfway stages of this round 11 as well. Of course, we've got round 12 later, but we still got this to go too. We got I think it's I thought it was Hill there, but I think it was someone else there.
Butcher, Turkington.
Oh yeah, that's
In a
Turkington.
battle now, going through Goodwood. Turkington down the inside, Butcher. You don't want to be looking down the inside through Church, which is where we are now. That's the fastest corner of the UK circuits. The fastest corner in Britain is Church at Thruxton Circuit. And this is Thompson out of the car and out of the race, so he's not continuing on this one. Rowbottom up 10 from where he started in 24th as they come across the line. Start lap 8. This is Turkington trying to look past Butcher for 6th place. You might be able to do it into Campbell. A lot of dust being kicked up by the Napa Ford of Camish as Chilton goes to 12th.
Yeah, so Chilton moving up as well. Hamilton is up into 23rd spot as well. I think Chilton's going to chase down Morgan for 11th spot as well. It's around about a 1.6 second gap, so we can see that as well.
It's going down.
It is going down as well. Turkington, by the way, is 1/10 behind Butcher. But that's not the butter we're seeing now. It's Cook on Ingram. So let's look at the hybrid then. The top 3 have not used it at all. Hill's used 2. Camish has used 3. Butcher's used 5. Turkington's used 3. And we've got Taylor Smith. That's used 3 as well. Collard has used 2. Moffat
Cook's used his first lap of hybrid.
There we go. Just good timing, Josh. Good timing as we were talking about hybrid there. So he's got 3 because obviously he started third. Top 3 pretty much remain unchanged since the start of this race. By the way, Ash Sutton has just set the fast lap of the race, 1:16.130, whereas everyone else is on the 1:17.
Still going down. 1.3 now. It's gone down by a second. We could have Ingram for the lead, and Ingram's not even used a lap of hybrid yet. It was Cook who's used his first lap of hybrid. This is Daniel Rowbottom on Mikey Doble. An amazing first race for Mikey Doble in race 1, but Rowbottom going through where we saw Will Powell have an absolute massive hit into the Campbell Cobb Seagrave section. Rowbottom going to go down the inside. One of the tow hooks covers have gone off. What we saw with Ash Sutton last time, but pulling alongside up towards Noble, exit of Seagrave, through Noble, Rowbottom's through on Doble.
Brilliant stuff from him. I think that's going to help him close down even more, and the other guys too as well. So we're heading towards we're on lap 9 at the moment, and Cook on Ingram once again. Gap now between Ingram and Sutton, 1.3 seconds. So Ingram is catching, and you might be right that Ingram's saving his hybrid towards the end of the race. I think Ash Sutton is going to be doing the same. Some more hybrid being used for some of the drivers at the moment. They got to be careful though. They must use their hybrid though, because otherwise they will get a time penalty added to their race time, and you do not want that. 1.133 seconds now is the gap to Ingram and Sutton. So Ingram does mean business. We had no. I'm not going to mention the S word because I'm worried we might get one if I say that. But yeah, it seems to be the jinx word at the moment. But there's still battles going on behind Sutton. I think that's we got Thruxton on Butcher. We got Cook on Ingram as well. As one person was almost on the grass area as well. So little margin for error around this track. We've had battles left, right, and everywhere. We've got 7 laps to go. Tell me, Josh, is Sutton going to win this, or is Ingram going to give him a run of his money?
Well, Ingram's now down to 1.1 seconds. It is still closing, but Turkington trying to keep behind Butcher, trying to get past Butcher. We could see it going up to Club Chicane, up Woodham Hill now towards the braking zone at Club Chicane. Is he too far back? Is he going to try and make a move? He's going to try and make a move, but he's just a little bit too far back. I think Turkington could have Butcher on, well, Turkington could get the Butcher to butcher up.
You already used
Butcher.
the George Gamble
That's a lot.
Earlier.
That's a lot of butchers. George Gamble I've used a lot already this season, and last season I think I used it a couple of times as well. But Rowbottom's up 11, which means he's in 13th. The top 10 is Sutton, Ingram, Cook, Hill, Camis, Butcher, Turkington, Taylor, Smith, Collard and Moffat rounds out the top 10 on lap 11 of 16 of the British Touring Cars round 11.
So yeah, biggest loser. We have got Pearson, who's down into 20th spot. So I think he's got
Down
a lot of work to
5.
do. What? Oh, he's now down 5 now. I thought he said down 6. It was my TV pictures hanging a bit over.
Doble is down 6.
Oh, Doble is down 6. Okay, in 14th. Yeah. So Doble has gained, lost the most positions so far. And like you were saying, Robot up 11. Butcher up 1, but he's looking like he's going to try and gain another one as well from the likes of Hill. But he doesn't have that long to do it. But you can see Ingram and Sutton still haven't used their hybrid yet. Still a lot of dust going off.
Ingram just used it.
He's just
used his first lap of hybrid to catch up to Sutton. The gap's 1.1, just 1.2 now.
Oh,
and there's a car off. There's a car off.
That is... I'm trying to see the
that's
number.
Powell. That's Powell who has pulled off and is in a safe-ish place there. I thought he had made it down to the aerodrome. He did crash.
Oh, right.
Powell has stopped there after his crash. I'm surprised that he didn't pull off into the aerodrome, like where all of the hangars are, which is where he crashed. But Halstead and Hamilton out of hybrid, and there is the number 99 of Jade Edwards, one of the 6 team hard cars in the 2023 touring car. 3 teams of 2, all different sponsors, all different teams, but they are under team hard. Will that cause a safety car? I don't know where that is around that part of the circuit, but no late safety car yet for that incident. I don't think we're going to get one. Okay.
It's still green.
it's exit of Allard where Gamble stopped, so they could push her back into the pit lane, closed pit lane exit, and push her back just quickly. Probably what they did with George Gamble as well.
Yeah. I think it's black and white. A BW, is that black and white flag for car number 6?
Butcher. And that is trying to defend from Colin Turkington, who is still right on the back bumper of Butcher.
Yeah, there's also been black and white flags for flags for car number 17 and car 33. So
Patterson and Morgan.
Yeah, so Morgan, he's in 11th position, and Patterson is near the back anyway in 15th position. So yeah, these 3 drivers have got to be careful, because otherwise they will get a penalty. So that is not good. And it looks like it's bumper to bumper up there as well, as I get my timings again.
On Butcher.
Turkington on
Woodham
Butcher.
Hill.
And he's going to go
look
up
round the outside.
And is he going to do it? I think it's going to be close as well. Almost. Oh, he's almost on the curb again, but heading towards the final corner. They go with Turkington as well. Could he get P6, or will Butcher keep P6?
Cook's out of hybrid. Cook is out of hybrid, and that's Jade Edwards. She's not happy getting out of the car.
I don't think it's going to be a safety car. Yeah, Cook is out of hybrid, folks. So if he wants to defend from here, we can't do that here. We've still got, I think, 1 more lap of hybrid yet. Ash Sutton, I don't think he hasn't used it.
Between them.
Yeah,
so that's okay.
Yeah, Ash Sutton is going to use it on the final lap, it looks like. Gap now between Sutton and Ingram, 1.2 seconds.
Yeah, 1.294, so nearly 1.3 seconds. So I think Sutton might just have this. But Turkington still struggling. Wow, a black and white flag for Ingram. Ingram has a black and white flag for track limits. He has to be careful before he gets a time penalty. Here's on board with Daniel Rowbottom. This is with Tom Chilton through the Campbell Cobb Seagrave complex. This is down the inside at Seagrave, which was a good. But Ash Sutton comes across the line to start the penultimate lap. Tom Ingram breathing down his neck, 1.354 seconds behind.
Anything can happen in BTCC. We've seen it before. Ingram is looking to end the dominance of Ash Sutton this weekend, who's been looking like that he is going to top all 3 sessions. But, you know, it's obviously going to be hard in race 3 because he has to start near the back. But he's been starting on pole in every single race so far. But Turkington once more, he's not giving up over him gaining a position either as well, because he's lost 1 place.
Butcher's out of hybrid.
Butcher's out of hybrid. This could be Turkington's chance, because Turkington's still got some hybrid left. This must be huge. I wonder if they do get told if anyone's hybrid. I don't think they do. So they're just going to have to hope and pray that...
It's a little bit like Formula E.
Okay.
The teams don't get told what... Like, they can't see... Like
the other drivers, okay, yeah.
What everybody's car Lloyd has a 10-second penalty, no doubt. That's
probably
track
for track limits.
So, but when it comes up on the TV,
he didn't even get a black and white flag. Just got a 10-second penalty.
When he did.
Did he?
14:49:02.
Oh, that was just track limits though. It didn't say black and white. All right, okay.
That's like final warning. But talked about final lap for Ash Sutton. Ingram's out of hybrid. Cook is out of hybrid. Butcher's out of hybrid. Turkington has made it through. Turkington up to 6th, and we didn't see it.
I know.
The battle which has been.
We've been hyping it all race, and they didn't want to show it, and they just want to concentrate on the lead. Oh my goodness. But
the battle that has been raging and building up for the past 5 laps, even for the whole race, we didn't even get to see it. But Ash Sutton coming round Church for the final time. Now, here he is entering Church now through the apex of Church. So Ted Kravitz did a feature on Thruxton, and he was at the
why are we seeing a replay?
Marshall Post. He was at the Marshall Post, but why are we seeing a replay when Ash Sutton's coming through the final chicane, Jeff?
There we go. For Ash Sutton, then we probably should have recorded this as well, but just like he did in race 1 today, Ash Sutton goes up to the line to take the win in race 2. Ingram goes on into second place, and Cook in third, Hill in fourth, Camish in fifth, and it's Turkington will get sixth position. And there's a free car battle. I think it's between Osborne. I think it's one of those with Jelly and Watson as well.
Side by side, I saw further back entering the Clubs of Cane. Here it is. It involves Osborne.
Yeah, I thought it was Osborne. I think I saw a car that looked similar to start.
Yeah, Jelly taking Lloyd at the line, doesn't get it, but Lloyd drops down due to a 10-second time penalty. He drops down to 21st.
Yep, so luckily no safety cars again, so that's good. And knowing us, there'll probably be a safety car in the final race as well when Josh covers it, and yourself, and then I'll be in the pits as well. So fastest lap as well. So he's pretty much got everything so far as well. All he's got to do is get the winning fastest lap in race 3, and then he's got the Grand Slam this weekend as well. So yeah, Sutton, Ingram, and Cook will be on the podium as well. And there was one driver looking for redemption earlier on, ready for race 2. I don't think he's got that redemption, but here's a replay of the team celebrating with Ash Sutton once again. My mum and dad are going to be very happy about this, that's for sure. But yeah, I think Ash Sutton definitely driver of the day for me as well. But Turkington doing very well to get past Butcher on the final lap. And here's your results. Ash Sutton wins from Tom Ingram in second, Josh Cook in third, Jake Hill in fourth, Camish in fifth place, Colin Turkington in sixth, Rory Butcher in 7th, Taylor Smith in 8th, Collard in 9th, Morvad in 10th, we got Rowbottom in 11th, Adam Morgan in 12th, Tom Chilton in 13th, Mikey in 14th, Dexter Patterson in 15th, Andrew Watson in 16th, Stephen Jelly 17th, Sam Osborne 18th, Ronan Peterson in 19th, and Patel in 20th. 21st, Daniel Lloyd, Nick Hamilton 22nd, Holstead 23rd, Jade Edwards a few laps down as well, and Bobby Thompson, George Gamble and Will Powell still yet to finish. And what does that do with the standings? Well, Ash Sutton leads by 17 points to Tom Ingram and 162. Colin Turkington third and 129. Jake Hill in fourth and 124. Dan Camish in fifth, 120. Josh Cook in sixth place. So that is your order. Soon, courtesy of Josh T, hopefully we'll get audio trackside to hear from our podium sitters as well, and that's the test once again hopefully Ash Sutton won't get disqualified. Camish got disqualified earlier on in the season, so we don't want to see it for Ash Sutton, but looks like he's A-OK as well. So it's provisional until they do all the checks at the moment. And
waiting for it. Thumbs up. Ash Sutton is your round 11 winner, and going on to the weigh-in. But just got to do the weigh. The thumbs up for the ride height check. So just got to get the thumbs up for the weigh-in. And yep, Ash Sutton is your winner.
Yep. Once again, he just no one could stop him at the moment in Thruxton. It's like the Ash Sutton show.
Well, it's the Max Verstappen show in Formula 1 this past couple of seasons.
Yeah, no spoilers though, just in case for those of you that want to sync up if you want to watch it from the start in the Formula 1. So
yeah.
But they should know Max Verstappen starting on pole, so we can say that on stream, because I don't think anyone would have not want to watched it by now. But yeah, we will be joining them in the commentary box as soon as the podium celebrations finish as well. And we got through it. The pictures were very, very choppy, so it was hard for me to commentate at times. So thanks, Josh, for stepping in whilst I was trying to figure out who's who with the choppiness so far. And yeah, I'm just trying to see who's got stuff to live to going up to next week. Collard down in 9th, not good for him. And there were some big losers of Jack as well. And yeah, unfortunate for them. And typical ITV's going to an ad break, but we're not going to be going into ad break. How long until trackside are going to speak to us, Josh?
Whenever this ad break finishes. So we've got an ad break to wait till end, but we can start filling in this ad break while we wait for them to give you the rest of today's schedule. Even though it is a little bit small, you've got F1 is now also on the channel if you want to watch that as well. From Thruxton Race 3, that's around 5 p.m-ish, I believe.
20 past 5, roughly.
I
The stream will start.
We're on air at 5 past 5.
Yeah, and that will be Josh back in the commentary box as well. Both Joshes as well, with me in the pit lane. And then straight after that as well, I think it's 8 to 11. Hopefully it won't go on till 1 a.m.
Yep.
It'll be IndyCar at Detroit as well, and then the weekend will be done. It's been a long weekend. I can't wait for it to be over. But there we go.
Yeah.
So that is your schedule as well, and it will be reverse grid for race 3. Is it reverse championship order, or is it reverse order from race 2?
Lottery ball kind of thing.
Oh, lottery ball. So they changed the regulations. Yeah. They haven't updated the website.
It gets done after the podium.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
We'll hear it.
Oh, that's good.
From
Maybe we
Ash
can.
Sutton, just before we go off air, we'll throw up and we'll throw over to them when they do it, if they are doing it. But I believe ITV4 are coming back, so shortly we can throw down to Louise Goodman for the post-race interviews from the top 3. So while we get ready for that, which I believe we will be going to after the highlights on ITV4. So Jess, what did you think about that race, just quickly?
Well, I have to say, race 1 I think was a little bit more exciting, but I have to say the midfield definitely gave us a fight as well. I have to say, a bit unfortunate for the likes of Power as well, who crashed out. Surprised there wasn't any safety car for that, but that was good because we got some more racing, and Ash Sutton, dominant. What could we call him other than dominant? I think he's like an alien or something like that, but yeah, I think he had no trouble as well. Here's Louise Goodman.
Yeah, it has. It's Don't, you're gonna make me cry. It's making history. It's big, and I just can't thank the team enough. It's it's mega. The cars is phenomenal, and it's a joy to drive.
I mean, you were, once again, you ticked every single box. You know, you won the race, you got the fastest lap, you got a point for the lead. You know, I think it's 17 points, Steve was just saying your championship lead is up to. And as you say, it's okay, you're doing a bit of driving, but in thanks to all these guys behind you as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Honestly, it's just a pleasure to drive the thing. It's so rare you get this, and I just can't thank the boys and girls enough at Motivation. I said on the radio on the way in, it's there's people on the radio that can't hear you, and they're a big part to it, and it's just mega. It's just mega.
I'll let you go, and your dad's over there. Go grab a. Well, yeah, it does feel a bit like that, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said to you in that first one, it's it's just a case of sort of holding a tray out, going, is there any? No mistake. Oh, no failure. Okay, we'll just drive around. Look, the car's feeling fantastic. It's as I say, the margins are so tight around here that to close a gap, I ended up with some contact on the first lap. I think Josh was trying to get down the inside of Jake, or vice versa, doesn't matter, and ended up tipping into a bit of oversteer. That let Ash get, I don't know, a second or so down the road. Even to be a 10th quicker over 10 laps is a tough ask when Ash is as fast as he is. So yeah, very happy to have come in where we have. Good points, as I say. We've just got to keep banking them where we can.
Well done. And let's bring in Josh, another P3. I mean, it's kind of like rinse and repeat, which I know isn't what you guys wanted, but it's such a similar race for you. A little bit of battle with Jake on the first lap, trying to get past Tom, finishing P3.
I hope it was more exciting to watch from the sofa than it was in the car, because it was pretty processional. But yeah, we're just still not finding that sweet spot, and the car was really, really hard to drive. So yeah, just had to battle, work behind the wheel, and it's pretty warm now.
Does it make it harder? I mean, you came into this weekend obviously knowing this is a circuit that you could do well at, off the back of a great result or great race in the final race at Snetterton, your head was right up, and I feel like it's dropping down a bit now. Is it hard to keep your levels up?
No, I can't fault the effort that the team are putting in. The guys were here till 11 o'clock last night, still working on my car. I know that I'm doing the job behind the wheel, and we just haven't got, the package quite.
Few problems with the camera over there, but Ash Sutton is in position, as he always has been right the way through the day. And just a little bit ahead of time, we'll do the reverse grid draw and put everyone else out of their misery. And you as well, because we had a conversation at Snetterton when there was a prospect of going through the card, 3 wins out of 3. But there you were going on to the option hard tyres. Here, you pull number 6, you've got a chance, haven't you?
I mean, if we continue the pace we've got, then we're definitely going to be trying to push forward for sure. But yes, it was never going to happen. But we're all on the same compound here, so you never know. But let's see. I might pull 12. Yeah.
You're in dreamland in terms of what you're achieving at the moment.
Yeah, it's just absolute honour to drive that car. I felt the best I've ever done in myself. Just the confidence in the car, the confidence in the team, and my own ability, and just putting all 3 of those bits together.
Yeah.
Just displayed making history of 6 wins in a row.
Now all you got to do is get the reverse grid draw right, and I'm backing you to do just that. Let's just remind everyone at home that in the drum here we've got numbers that relate to the drivers who finished 6 through 12. So number 6 is relating to Colin Turkington. Number 7 is Rory Butcher. Number 8 is Aaron Taylor-Smith. Number 9, Ricky Collard. Number 10, Aidan Moffat. Number 11, Dan Rowbottom. And number 12, Adam Morgan. Give him a good swirl and see what you can do.
Let's wait and see.
Okay.
So,
and the number for
there we go.
Morgan,
it's
maximum.
Number 12. Show it to the crowd just to prove there's no fake.
Number 12, Morgan
Number
is starting
12.
on pole.
It's the first setback.
Which means Sutton is starting 12th. That is not what Ash Sutton wanted. Ash Sutton wanted a low number like 6, 7 or 8. That's really not good, but that's gonna have to be a lot of work for Ash Sutton in race 3, but he's got the car to do it. Anyway, we've got to wrap up quickly before the Porsches go out on track before the next session starts. So, good race all around, Jess. Final thoughts?
I think, Sutton's going to have it all to do, isn't he, going into race 3? Because he's going to be starting in 12th, with Morgan starting in pole position as well. But it's kind of like what we're seeing in F2, F3 when the top 12 get reversed. So it's kind of like something similar. But we're going to wrap up. Don't forget, British Touring Cars Race 3 with Joshua Birch back in the box when Josh T at around about 5-ish, 20 past 5. So make sure you watch that.
I believe broadcast starts at 5 past 5.
5 past 5. Okay. 5 past 5. So make sure you tune in then. But before that, it's the F1. You will be redirected to that as well. So if you don't want any spoilers and you want to watch the start, make sure you skip the stream right back to the start of the race, because otherwise you will be wondering what the hell is going on. But I guess we're going to have to catch up what's going on as well, because we're going in the box in a minute. There we got British Touring Cars and then IndyCar on around about 8 o'clock. So that is it then, before we can go and have a little bit of a rest. But not yet, because we've got F1 to do. For myself and Josh, thank you all for watching. We'll see you, for British Touring Cars, we'll see you about 5 past 5 for race 3. Can Morgan get the win in Thruxton? We'll find out. Take care. Bye-bye.